5 famous Japanese yokai explained. Part 2. Yuki-onna. Yuki-onna, the snow woman, drifts through Japanese folklore as both haunting spirit and tragic beauty. Her name itself means simply woman of the snow, yet her stories chill the heart with images of blizzards and silent death. She appears as a tall, pale figure dressed in white, with long black hair flowing across her shoulders, her eyes cold as winter stars. Legends describe her wandering mountain villages during snowstorms, approaching lost travelers with quiet steps. Sometimes she exhales a freezing breath that turns men to ice. Sometimes she simply watches, her presence draining warmth until the victim collapses in the snow, never to rise again. In these tales, she embodies the lethal beauty of winter itself, beautiful, pure, and merciless. Yet Yuki-onna is not always portrayed as a killer. In certain folktales she spares one victim, often a young man, who shows kindness or humility. Sometimes she even marries him, living as a gentle wife and mother for years, until one night the truth emerges. When he breaks a promise never to speak of her true form, she vanishes, returning to the snow, leaving only sorrow behind. One of the most influential versions of the tale was retold by Lafcadio Hearn in his 1904 collection Kwaidan. Hearn's Yuki-onna was read widely in the West, introducing global audiences to Japanese ghostly traditions. Through his words, she became not merely a local yokai but an archetype of supernatural beauty and melancholy, shaping perceptions of Japan's mysterious side for generations. From a cultural perspective, Yuki-onna personifies the dangers of winter in Japan's snowy regions. For centuries, snow claimed the lives of travelers, farmers, and children alike. By giving death a face, the serene, cold face of a woman, communities gave shape to the merciless forces of nature. Her dual image as both wife and killer reflects the fragile line between survival and tragedy in harsh climates. Modern culture continues to embrace Yuki-onna. She appears in films, anime, and literature as a ghostly heroine, a dangerous temptress, or a misunderstood spirit bound by sorrow. Her story resonates because it embodies universal themes, love, betrayal, and the deadly beauty of nature. Each winter storm may still carry her shadow, reminding us that beauty and danger often walk together in silence. Jorogumo. Jorogumo, whose name means binding bride or entangling spider, is one of the most unsettling figures in Japanese folklore. She is said to be a giant spider that has lived for centuries, gaining the power to transform into a beautiful woman. With her human disguise, she lures unsuspecting men into her lair, only to bind them in silk and devour them. Legends of Jorogumo are often tied to specific locations. In Hakone, near a famous waterfall, travelers were warned of a mysterious woman who offered rest and companionship. Those who accepted her invitation were never seen again, their bodies later found wrapped in webs like prey. Such stories gave physical landmarks a supernatural layer, turning dangerous places into sacred warnings. Descriptions of Jorogumo emphasize both allure and terror. In her human form, she appears as a striking young woman, graceful and inviting. But behind the beauty lies a predatory nature, and in some tales, her lower body transforms back into that of a spider as she attacks. The dual image reflects anxieties about seduction, desire, and hidden danger. From a cultural perspective, Jorogumo symbolizes the fear of female sexuality and its perceived power over men. During the Edo period, when strict social roles confined women, stories of beautiful women who secretly destroyed men reflected deep anxieties about temptation and loss of control. Thus, Jorogumo is not just a monster but a mirror of human fears surrounding love, betrayal, and mortality. Interestingly, some traditions also link Jorogumo to maternal or protective roles. In certain villages, she was said to guard children near rivers, preventing them from drowning by frightening them away from the water's edge. This dual role, predator and protector, echoes the complexity of yokai in general. Modern culture continues to be fascinated by Jorogumo. She appears in films, manga, and video games, often as both alluring and terrifying, embodying the archetype of the femme fatale. Her imagery combines horror and seduction, making her a striking figure in both traditional and modern storytelling. In the end, Jorogumo embodies the timeless warning that appearances deceive. Her legend reminds us that beauty may conceal danger, and that behind every invitation may lie a hidden web from which escape is impossible. Conclusion. From the brutal strength of Oni to the watery tricks of Kappa, from the cunning of Kitsune to the chilling breath of Yuki-onna, and the deadly allure of Jorogumo, yokai reveal the fears, hopes, and imagination of Japanese culture. They are not simply monsters, but reflections of human society, natural dangers, and the mysteries of life and death. Even today, yokai appear in anime, games, literature, and films, carrying their ancient presence into the modern world. As long as people tell stories, yokai will remain guardians, tricksters, and warnings, reminding us of the unseen forces that surround us. This was 5 famous Japanese yokai explained: Oni, Kappa, Kitsune, Yuki-onna, and Jorogumo.